is KD8SLG. Could I get some feedback on how I'm sounding tonight before the net? Testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, testing. KD8SLG.
W8WKY.
SLG, K8LYJ. You sound great. Booming in there, Nick.
Thanks, man. No noticeable hum or buzz with me. I had some reports of humming and buzzing earlier today.
No, I'm reading you nice and clear.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, sir. I must have put everything in the right place, and I'll try not to move it. So we've got a Newsline starting in about 16 or so minutes, and then a ClubNet tonight, and I'll be running the ClubNet. So stop on back and say hi. KD8SLG.
Yep, definitely plan to check in tonight. K8LYJ clear.
Hey, Nick, no buzz or hum. Slight background noise. You're not as clear as YLG. T80.
Oh, handy talking in an Allstar Node. I'm not doing too bad. NTAD, KD8SLG. Thanks, Dave.
Oh, you're not doing bad at all. Sounds fine. I give your audio 88%, 90%. If you got an audio control, you could bump it like, 0.2 or something like that. Listening with my piano ears, my friend. Have fun with the net. We'll check in with you later. NTAD.
I think my options are low, medium, and high, and this is in the middle somewhere. I'll speak up for the net. Thanks, Dave. Be careful out there. Talk to you later on tonight. KD8SLG clear. I do have to wonder why I spent $1,000 on a radio. God knows how much on coax and antenna, headset and foot pedal, and this is about 88% there. I'm okay with that. Hope to hear a bunch of you later on tonight. KD8SLG.
Hey, Nick, did you ever get to talk to Jimmy, N8SGP?
W8WKY.
Amateur Radio Newsline will start in 5 minutes.
Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2476 with a release date of Friday, April 11th, 2025 to follow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The following is a QST. Mount Athos contacts will be honored for the DXCC Awards program. Meteor Scatter exercise provides a dress rehearsal for 2 later this year. And get ready for World Amateur Radio Day. All this and more as Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2476 comes your way right now.
From around the world, this is Newsline, Amateur Radio's independent on-the-air news and bulletin service. Now, reporting from Jonesboro, Arkansas, here's Skeeter Nash, N5ASH.
Our top story brings us the resolution of a question that had been simmering since the Mount Athos de-expedition team terminated its activation suddenly this past January amid controversy. If you contacted the team, there is some good news for you as we hear from Jim Dameron, N8TMW.
The DXCC desk of the ARRL has determined that contacts made with the SB1GA/A team at Mount Athos this past January meet the criteria for counting toward the DXCC award program. The ARRL made the announcement on its website on Friday, the 4th of April. DX chasers had been waiting to hear whether their QSOs counted ever since the team's planned 10-day operation was quickly and unexpectedly halted amid controversy. Local authorities challenged whether the hams had obtained the appropriate permission to be there. Mount Athos, an autonomous region governed by the monastic community in northeastern Greece, is a World Heritage Site and 28th on the Club Log Most Wanted list. The ARRL ended its announcement by saying, quote, any future operations by this team from Mount Athos will require additional documentation for securing accreditation for DXCC credit, end quote. This is Jim Dameron, N8TMW.
There will be April showers, meteor showers, that is, and volunteers are needed to monitor an event this month that is known as the Lyrids Shower. Andy Morrison, K9AWM, has the details.
This is a big year for meteor scatter experiments to be conducted by HAMSI during the Perseids showers in August and the Geminids shower in December. For hams who are hoping to participate in either or both of the meteor scatter QSO parties taking place during those events, there is important work to be done this month. The Citizen Science Research Group is encouraging operators to get ready by setting up your equipment now in time for the Lyrids shower, which will be peaking on the 21st and the 22nd of April. The days before and after those dates are also expected to provide good opportunities to take advantage of meteor scatter. Radio operators may participate either actively by calling CQ or passively by monitoring and reporting. Operators may use MSK-144 within the WSJT-X software on both 10 and 6 meters. SWLs and hams may also participate passively by monitoring via PSK reporter to send in their findings. Details about HAMSI's plans for the meteor scatter investigations can be found at the link that appears in the text version of this week's newscast at arnewsline.org. This is Andy Morrison, K9AWM.
With Friday, April 11th as its deadline for initial comments, the U.S. Federal Communications Commission will begin reviewing public suggestions on what regulations to cut to reduce unnecessary agency burden. Regulations covering everything from commercial broadcasting to consumer wireless devices to satellite operation. Outside the commercial sector, ham radio operators have weighed in too, as we hear from Paul Brown, WD9GCO.
Suggestions varied widely amongst hams who responded to the FCC's invitation, but for the most part, there appeared to be a strong call for continued regulation of amateur radio, with no changes to the 3-tier license system or testing. Some hams did request changes, either that the license system be streamlined or simply be eliminated. The spectrum appeared to be a major concern as some hams pressed the FCC to retain amateur privileges on the current bands. The FCC has set April 28th as the deadline for reply comments. All filings on the FCC website should be made in reference to docket number 25-133. This is Paul Brown, WD9GCO.
Using the communications style of a tactical net, a team of hams in Pennsylvania has become a reliable source of reassurance at an event known as a mud mosey. Travis Lisk, N3ILS, explains.
The forecast for Saturday, April 12th is irrelevant. Under gray skies or sun, the second annual Great Marsh Mud Mosey and Mud Walk moves forward in Pennsylvania. As Tom Costello, KC3-TMT, told Newsline, quote, "It's rain or shine. That's why they call it the Mud Mosey," end quote. Tom is at the helm of a collection of hams from Remote Communications and Command, or RCOM for short. This is the second year they are serving as communication support for this fundraiser, which benefits the Great Marsh Institute, a 700-acre natural and scientific environment, and Chesco Search Dogs, a nonprofit group that works with search and rescue operations. The job for the team of 15 amateurs at the Mud Mosey is to keep the line of communications open on 2-meter simplex through a modified tactical net for the benefit of the 80 to 100 runners or walkers on the 5-kilometer path. The trail, like the event name suggests, can get more than a little bit down and dirty, even for the more mellow participants who tackle their shorter route as a 1-mile walk. Tom said that next year's operations may be conducted with the addition of a mobile repeater. The day is serious business, but in a light, family-friendly party atmosphere. The Mud Mosey hour passes quickly, and then the focus turns to the search dog demonstrations, the DJ, and the food and beverage trucks. That makes it all, hopefully, more fun-packed than mud-packed. This is Travis Lisk, N3ILS.
From time to time, we here at Newsline like to acknowledge some of our colleagues in amateur radio media, people who, like us, work to keep hams around the world informed. One of them is retiring from the GB2RS newscast in the UK at the age of 101, and we are about to learn more about him from Jeremy Boot, G4NJH.
Happy birthday and happy retirement to Peter Valentine, G0NQZ, who upon reaching the age of 101 on the 12th of April has decided to take things a little easier, but only just a little. Peter is still an active radio ham and participant in regular nets, including the HF net of the International Shortwave League and the Radio Amateurs Old Timers Association. Peter has, to his credit, an enviable record as a presenter for the Radio Society of Great Britain's GB2RS report. Best wishes, and see you on the air, Peter. This is Jeremy Boot, G4NJH.
Each year, the Amateur Radio Newsline Bill Pasternak Memorial Young Ham of the Year Award receives nominations of promising young hams who truly impress our judges. It is time once again to give them an opportunity at the recognition they deserve. Consider nominating an amateur radio operator 18 years of age or younger here in the continental United States. Consider someone who has talent, promise, and a commitment to the spirit of ham radio. Find application forms on our website, arnewsline.org, under the YHOTY tab. We are accepting nominations through May 31st. Hams around the globe are marking World Amateur Radio Day on April 18th, and ham radio clubs and other groups have been devoting a day or even the whole month to a variety of activities to celebrate the 100th year since the founding of the International Amateur Radio Union in Paris, France. The IARU has declared the theme of this year's celebration, entering the next century of amateur radio communications and innovation. Although the theme of the anniversary is forward-looking, the IARU urged hams to appreciate the gains made in previous decades, too. A message on its website noted that this is, quote, a time to reflect on our achievements, end quote. Member societies in each region of the IARU will be marking the occasion in a variety of ways. Some are hosting open houses to demonstrate amateur radio to the public. Others have already been on the air this month activating special event stations with call signs ending in the suffix WARD. In Canada, the mayor of the capital city of Ottawa has issued the first municipal proclamation ever of Amateur Radio Day, as the Ottawa Amateur Radio Club and West Carleton Disaster Relief present demonstrations for the public at several locations. Time for you to identify your station. We are the Amateur Radio Newsline, heard on bulletin stations around the world, including the W4HPL repeater in Cookeville, Tennessee, on Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. local time. Avid readers might argue that the best books are the ones with a happy or at least a pleasantly unexpected ending. A number of public libraries in Montana just received a new collection of donated books that contain no endings at all, just beginnings that hold promise. Ralph Squillace, KK6ITV, picks up the story from here.
The possibilities are endless in amateur radio, and so are the new books in the newest collection on the shelves of the Great Falls Public Library and other public libraries in Montana. The books were donated by the Great Falls Masonic Amateur Radio Club, which received a grant from the ARRL to provide library patrons with study guides for the technician, general, and amateur extra exams administered by the FCC. John Ross, KD7HKF, the club's vice president, said the Great Falls Library's bookmobile will also carry a set of the books. The ARRL grant has also funded collections of books for Montana's Cascade Library, Fairfield Library, and the library at the Malmstrom Air Force Base. Meanwhile, the library and the club have agreed that ham radio orientation sessions will be held at the Great Falls Library if enough community members are inspired to learn even more. The relationship between amateur radio clubs and libraries in the U.S. is a strong one. Previous such gifts of books have occurred at other libraries around the U.S., including the Jackson Amateur Radio Club, which donated books last year to the Madison County Library System in Mississippi, and the Cowley County Amateur Radio Club, which made a similar donation earlier this year to the Arkansas City Public Library. This is Ralph Squillace, KK6ITV.
Whoever said that in this electronic age we are becoming a paperless world obviously hasn't been introduced to some of the newest technology in batteries. Several of these highly portable sources of energy are still experimental. They do boast of being environmentally friendly and all make use of paper as a key ingredient. Kent Peterson, KC0DGY, tells us about them.
Researchers are developing batteries that are made partially of paper, and the results have been showing varying degrees of promise, though none of them appear ready yet for portable ham radio. In France, a company called BEFC is pioneering what it considers to be a single-use, eco-friendly alternative to the small button battery that is fully compostable when the user is done with it. More of a paper-based bioenzymatic fuel cell than an actual battery, it releases energy when moisture is released, and it comes into contact with sugar and enzymes that are infused into a layer of paper between the unit's carbon electrodes, generating only 0.75 volts. It still has a long way to go before it can power more than perhaps a sensor or a medical device someday. In Singapore, researchers at the startup company Flint claim they have a rechargeable battery in the works that will ultimately replace lithium batteries for use in grid storage and electric vehicle power. Like the French battery, it too is designed to be compostable, and it makes the use of the cellulose and paper for the transfer of ions. 10 years ago, researchers in the U.S. at Binghamton University in upstate New York developed what they called microbial paper-based batteries. That is, they derive their power from bacteria's metabolism. Like its French counterpart, however, the output has been deemed too low for practical use. So the research continues. To scientists, for now, it all looks good on paper. This is Kent Peterson, KC0DGY.
In the world of DX, Nobu JA0JHQ is on the air as T88PB from Corer, iota number OC009, Palau, on the 11th through the 13th of April. Nobu is also participating in the CW portion of the Japan International DX contest that weekend. See QRZ.com for QSL details. 2 special call signs are being activated to mark special occasions for hams in Cyprus. The call signs 5B50CARS and 5B100IARU will be on the air to mark the 50th anniversary of the Cyprus Amateur Radio Society and the centenary of the International Amateur Radio Society, respectively. Activity is expected on the 15th and the 18th of April, and again on the 25th and 26th of April. The hams are also celebrating the 75th anniversary of IARU Region 1. See QRZ.com for QSL and certificate details. Listen for Luke, ZS6LUK using the call sign A25LUK on the air from Botswana until the 30th of April. Luke is operating SSB, FT8, and JS8 call on 40, 30, 20, and 10 meters. See QRZ.com for QSL details. Marcus, DJ4EL, is on the air holiday style as IF9-DJ4EL from the Agadi Islands, IOTA number EU054, from the 13th through the 23rd of April. Marcus will operate SSB on 40 through 10 meters from Soda and Pota sites on the islands of Favagana, Levanzo, and Maritimo. See QRZ.com for QSL details. Who understands the pain of not being able to get on the air better than an amateur radio operator? So when a small community broadcast station in Australia develops an issue that hampered their ability to transmit, some local hams came in to help them troubleshoot. Graham Kemp, VK4BB, has our final story for this week.
The friendly voice of WAY, WayFM, along with its music and news, has been silent for too long. The Christian-based, listener-supported community station needed even more support. In this case, amateur radio support to get back on the air. The problem was twofold, both with the 10-meter high baselink antenna and at the broadcaster's remote transmitter station. The cause wasn't completely clear, though, until Hayden, VK7HH, and his friend Nicholas hiked up a rugged mountain 1,100 metres above sea level in Tasmania on the 29th of March, repaired the solar-powered FM band transmitter station by installing a temporary self-built antenna and got the station back on the air. Hayden told Newsline in an email that all they had to do was swap the feed lines over to another set of antennas for the studio transmitter link to the remote site and install the temporary main transmitter antenna. The existing antennas were showing a bad SWR, resulting in the transmitter folding back to power to protect itself. The 2-hour drive up and another 1.5 hours back, plus the 3-kilometre hike afterwards up steep slopes was well worth the effort. Happy to have been helpful, the friends documented their adventure in 2 installments on Hayden's YouTube channel, Ham Radio DX. Like the radio station they assisted, they're hoping this will provide a little bit of inspiration. This is Graham Kemp, VK4BB.
Have you sent in your amateur radio haiku to Newsline's Haiku Challenge yet? It's as easy as writing a QSL card. Set your thoughts down using traditional haiku format, a 3-line verse with 5 syllables in the first line, 7 in the second, and 5 in the third. Submit your work on our website at arnewsline.org. Each week's winner gets a shout-out on our website where everyone can find the winning haiku. With thanks to Amateur Radio News Daily, ARRL, Binghamton.edu, David Baer, K7DB, FCC, Great Falls Masonic Amateur Radio Club, Hayden Honeywood, VK7HH, Ham Psi, IARU, New Atlas, QRZ.com, Radio Society of Great Britain, Radio World, ShortwaveRadio.de, Tom Costello, KC3TMT, Wireless Institute of Australia, YouTube, and you, our listeners. That's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline. We remind our listeners that Amateur Radio Newsline is an all-volunteer, non-profit organization that incurs expenses for its continued operation. If you wish to support us, please visit our website at arnewsline.org. And know that we appreciate you all. We also remind our listeners that if you like our newscast, please leave us a 5-star rating wherever you subscribe to us. For now, with Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team worldwide, I'm Skeeter Nash, N5ASH in Jonesboro, Arkansas, saying 7-3. As always, we thank you for listening. Amateur Radio Newsline is copyright 2025, all rights reserved.
KD8SLG. We're about 10 minutes out from the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Tuesday Night Club Net. Starts at 8 o'clock, top of the hour. For those of you who like to play along at home, there is a NetLogger session open. This is KD8SLG. I'll see you at the top of the hour.
KD8SLG, KD8DPC. How you doing, Nick?
What's up, Dustin? How are you, man?
Oh, hanging in there, Nick. Just searching, trying to figure out where I left my phone. I was hoping maybe you might be able to give me a quick call.
You got it, man. Start listening. KD8SLG.
KD8DPC, proxy me in and out.
A Google phone, just go to, you have a Google account, you can go find my phone and tell it to ring it. KSFQV.
Phone has been found. Just another one of those services we provide here at the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. KD8SLG clear.
W8WKY.
You have a... Not all heroes wear capes, Nick. K8LYJ.
the weekly Serenet, featuring club news, trivia, and check-ins from some of the nicest hams in the universe starts in 5 minutes.
We are 1 minute out, everybody. The silence is deafening. KD8 SLG standing by.
Get ready for the weekly Serenet starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
QST, calling all amateurs to the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Tuesday Night Club Net, right here on the WWKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, 147, Mark 390, positive offset, and a PL tone of 114, Mark 8. We meet here every Tuesday night, pal around, have some laughs, and of course we'll have trivia from W8ELM. This is a controlled net. We ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator this evening is Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Lima Golf, KD8 SLG. My personal is Nick, November India Charlie Kilo, just Nick. But for the duration of this net, I will be using club call of W8WKY. Emergency or priority traffic can break in at any time. Just say break, break. We'll do our best to get in there and do what we can to help you out. Is there any emergency or priority traffic at this time? All right, nothing hurt. That's always a good thing. Feel free to break in if there is an emergency. So here's what we're going to do tonight. We'll take a couple rounds of in and out check-ins. If you just want to just stop in, say hi to everybody, wave, we'll get you in and out. And then we'll do some couple rounds of check-ins. So you want to stick around and tackle the trivia question. Pretty much the only announcement I have tonight is we have a club meeting on Thursday night at Wadsworth Eagles Airy. That's at 7 o'clock. Casa Nuestra for Mexican at 5 o'clock. And it's my understanding that at 6 o'clock there's going to be a Meshtastic workshop with Digital Ken Dorsey. For those of you who've been playing with your Meshtastic stuff and may need some help, we'll be at the Eagles at 6 o'clock. That's all I got. So, without further ado, let's do some in and out check-ins. But let me ask you all a favor. I am using a handy talkie, an Allstar Node tonight. And I got a bird in here with me. I don't know if you can hear the parrot in the background. But take it slow. Give me your call sign phonetically, irregularly, and your name and location. That'll help me weed you out. And just listen for the beep before you key up for the next guy, please. Let's do in and out check-ins, please. In and out check-ins. This is W8WKY. I'm listening.
Whiskey Bravo 8, Victor Mike Whiskey, Jim in Barberton, WP8 VMW.
November 8, Whiskey Sugar, Bill is in London.
Delta 8, Sierra, Quebec, Jim in Marshallville.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, WV3K, Phil in Canal Fulton, no traffic, 73, and God bless. Good to hear you, Nick. Sound good. WV3K clear.
All right, first wave of in and out check-ins we've got there. We got WBA VMW Jim. We got KD8 EPC Dustin. Talked to him right beforehand. N8WS is in and out tonight. KD8SQ got you in there, sir. Thanks for stopping by. And WV3K Phil got you in and out as well. Who else is in and out tonight? This is WWKY. I'm listening.
Kilo Alpha 8, Mike November Tango, Tom in Canton.
Kilo Echo 8, India Mike Echo, David Sterling.
Kilo Echo 8, Tango Lima Bravo, KE8 TLB. Randy and Ribbon, I'll be in and out 73. Everyone, God bless and have a great evening.
All right, we picked up KA8MNT, Tom there, KE8IME, Dave, KE8TLB, Randy's in and out, and WB4AIZ is checking in and out from the blue screen. Get you in there in a second, Chuck. All right, right, I'm going to say that's it for In and Out check-ins tonight, and let's see who wants to stick around tonight and take on Eric's trivia question. This is WKY. I'm listening for regular check-ins, please.
LYJ, Bob in Barberton, Kansas.
Kilo Echo 8 Whiskey Victor Victor KE8WVV Ethan in Manaway.
Whiskey 8 Tango Delta W8TD John.
November Tango 8 Delta DDU.
Red in Medina.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Delta Tango Papa KF8 DTP Lori from Massillon.
Kilo Echo 8 Zulu Zulu Romeo KE8 ZZR Harry and Wadsworth.
This is WO3X Whiskey Oscar 3 X-Ray on in Cuyahoga Falls.
Please copy Kilo Echo 8 Bravo KE8 UIB John in Massillon.
KF8G Kilo Foxtrot 8 Golf Norton. KF8 DTA Kilo Foxtrot 8 Delta Tango Alpha Jeff in Coventry.
Kilo Echo Kilo 8 UKZ. This is Alan in Cuyahoga Falls.
All right, we had a pretty good line of check-ins there. Let me tell you who I got, and we'll see who I missed. KA8LYJ got you in there first, Bob. And then there was somebody double with him, missed it completely. Then we have KE8WVV Ethan W8TD John out there in the ocean, NT8D Dave, KE8QFT Uncle Fred, KF8DTB Lori, KE8ZZR Harry WO3X John, KE8UIB John, KF8G Brian, KF8DTA Jeff, and KE8UKZ Alan. Let's do another round of regular check-ins here. But first, who did I miss that time? I know there was at least one or two, but please, just if I missed you, give me a holler right now, please.
Kilo Oscar Golf K4OG.
Kilo Echo 8 Uniform India Charlie Howard Mobile.
All right, maybe I did okay. All right, let's do another round of regular check-ins here. Regular check-ins. This is WKY. I'm listening.
Kilo Charlie 8 Hotel Delta Papa KC8 HDP Jerry in Shreve.
Kilo 4 Oscar Golf K4OG Markin Copley.
Almost stepped on you there, OG. All right, we picked up Jerry and Mark, KC8HDP, and K4OG. Good to hear you guys. All right, there's a couple rounds of check-ins. We got a good list going here. Let's go up to W8ELM. Eric can get our trivia question for tonight. W8ELM, KD, or WKY. Take it away.
W8WKY from W8ELM. If it were possible for us to smell a comet streaking through space, the comet, not us, The odor would probably resemble a mixture of all of the following scents, except if it were possible for us to smell a comet streaking through space, the odor would probably resemble a mixture of all of the following scents, that's S-C-E-N-T-S, except A, alpha, burning matches, B, bravo, rotten eggs, C, Charlie, roasted almonds, D, delta, urine, not mine, urine, and E, echo, decaying fish. If it were possible for us to smell a comet while it is streaking through space, the odor would probably resemble a mixture of all of the following scents, except A, burning matches, B, rotten eggs, C, roasted almonds, D, urine, E, decaying fish. Back to net. Thanks for running things tonight, Nick.
W8LM, WKY. Thank you very much, Eric. Another fine question. I'm going to reserve judgment here until I hear what everybody else has to say tonight. And thank you very much for another fine trivia question. Let's dig right into it. I'm going to start with Bob tonight. KA8LYJ. What's your answer to tonight's trivia question, and what do you got for the net?
W8WKY, this is KA8LYJ. Good evening, Nick. Good evening, everybody else. It's been a rough couple of days starting out the week here in Barberton. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news, but I work for a newspaper, and I've had to cover 3 violent and tragic deaths in 2 days. So it's been this job isn't always what it's cracked up to be, and this is one of those times. It's good to relax with the radio, though, after a couple of days like that. Anyway, as far as the trivia is concerned, comets, I believe, have various sulfides and ammonia components. So the one that seems to fit the most is Echo, the dead fish. Let's see if I'm right. KA8LYJ, turning it back to the net.
All right, Bob, we got you down for Echo tonight for decaying fish. And sorry you've had to cover so much stuff, but, you know, that's one of the reasons I asked to call you about. Maybe we get you to write a happy story about Field Day coming up. Expect my call. We're going to clear with KA8LYJ. Thanks, Bob. Let's go up and talk to Ethan. KE8WVV. This is W8WKY. How you doing, Ethan? What's your answer tonight? What do you got going on?
KE8WVV. Well, good evening, everybody on the net. I'm going to go right ahead and answer dead fish as well. I don't have a particular good guess, but that's my bad guess, I guess. Anyways, I've got a little project going. We've had a bin of a couple retro gaming console that runs off of Raspberry Pi, and then we had like one fresh one that hadn't been built yet. And I took that today and I soldered it all together according to the online instructions, and I got it to power on and show a white screen, and then a certain guy I know helped flash all the firmware and got it working. And now I'm 3D printing all of the case parts for it. So I'm excited that that worked, and it all went well. In another note, we just got back yesterday from going on our trip down to Kentucky. We went to go see the Ark Encounter, and we went down there, and I ended up going ziplining, some real long and high zip lines. It was real fun. anyways, there's a cat on the desk now. I don't think there's anything else I've got to say. Just wanted to check in on that, say hello. So I'll send it back to you. KE8WVV 73.
KE8WVV, WWKY. Fine business on the latest project there, Ethan. Good deal. And the arc encounter sounds interesting for sure. All right, man. You got to check in and let us know what you're up to on the barometer net some mornings, all right? And give my best to Brandon. We're going to clear with KE8WVV. Let's go out on the ocean, see where W8TD's at and what he's doing out there. W8TD, this is WWKY. Go, John.
W8WKY and the net. Whiskey 8 Tango Delta, good evening all. Well, let's see, we're just passing about 20 miles, I would say, west of Puerto Vallarta. We didn't stop there. We left Acapulco last evening, probably 7 o'clock. Our time would have been a couple hours later your time. We'll be passing much closer to Cabo San Lucas tonight, but again, we'll keep going. Next stop is Los Angeles, where we should arrive Thursday evening around 11 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And then we'll be docked Friday, and then Saturday, or Friday evening, then we'll take off. We'll be there for an unusually long time. But Friday evening, we'll take off and head for, I don't know, San Francisco, Astoria, and points north. So we still have a couple weeks to go. I think at one time I had it in my head how far it is from here to Anchorage, but don't have it anymore. Good deal on the projects. It's always fun when something that you put together actually works without extraordinary measures required to make it work. So congratulations. I'm sure you enjoyed that. I'm going to have to guess E also on the trivia. Let's see, I spoke on, whoops, I don't know what that noise was. I spoke about the art of astronomical imaging today. A couple days ago I talked about the nuts and bolts and how to do it, but today I talked about how to evaluate an image as art. Since we've got 2 more sea days coming up, I'll be working 2 more days. I'll be talking about home brewing tomorrow. And the next day I'll be talking about ham radio, so yay. Hopefully we'll find some people on the ship that are curious about what that is. W8WKY in the net. W8TD.
W8TD, this is W8WKY. There's another nickel in the jar for you, John. Fine business, man. It's always great to hear where you are. And when you're doing your ham radio demonstration, if you want to do a demo and give a holler, you know where to throw out your call sign, and you'll probably get someone to come back to you. Travel safely, John. Good hearing from you. We're going to clear with W8TD. This is the W8WKY repeater. You're listening to the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Tuesday Night Club Next. And next on the list, we've got NT8D. This is W8WKY. What's your answer tonight, Dave? And what do you got for the group?
Howdy there, Nick. Everybody listening and everybody checking in. Nice to, I always like to hear John's stories, too. And I'm going to go with the fish. I thought it was Delta, but yeah, the fish one. The other ones I can pin down to maybe some element, but the fish seems complex, so it seems you might need some organic chemicals for that. So I'm going to go with the fish for the exception there. Yeah, it was cold today. Got windy, got rained on. Almost like a snatch of winter came back. I was up in Auburn today and out in Ravenna tomorrow I'm down in Canton. And then I got to get ready to do the whole Easter thing. Got to do Good Friday showing green on Friday and go see family on Easter Sunday. I got to make some traditional Easter cheese for Easter brunch. My dad will make his, my brother will make his, and we'll all share and criticize. Let's see. Anything else that's going on? I'm just waiting for the weather to turn so I can start thinking about the boats. It's just been too cold. Wrapping up all the and already filing the first quarter for this next year. So, anyways, hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to try to make it to the meeting on Thursday. I'm going to try to make it to the Nuestra Casa too. Missed last month. So everybody have a terrific night. Be safe. Thanks for doing the net, Nick. And we will listen for Eric's answer. Back to W8WKY and TAT.
NTAD, WWKY. Fine business, Dave. Well, you keep tuning right now so you can spend more time out on Meg when the weather gets better. I'm sure that's your plan. Going to clear with NT8D. And, oh, yeah, you reminded everybody it's tax day. So, everybody, you've got 3 hours and 19 minutes left to get it postmarked tonight, in case you waited to the last minute. Going to clear with NT8D. Let's talk to Uncle Fred, K8QFT, WWKY. What's up, Uncle Fred? What's your answer, and what do you got for us tonight?
W8WKY.
Oh, Nick, nice hearing from you. Hearing you, rather. I think most people said E, so I'm going to go with E. Why not? That way, if we go down, we all go down. Other than that, not much going on. I heard rumors that, like, the wind chill's going to be gone by the end of the week. It actually get warm around here sometime this year. Other than that, not much to say. Can't make the meeting, though. Can't make the meeting. Although I did re-up last weekend. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before. K8QFT back to net control.
K8QFT, WWKY. Good to hear you, Uncle Fred. Got you down for Echo tonight. Everybody's been Echo so far. That leads me to believe it may not be the right answer. Just saying. Going to clear with K8QFT. Let's go talk to Lori in Maslin. New ticket holder. Been super radioactive since she got her ticket. KF8 DDP, WWKY. What's your answer tonight? What do you got for us, Lori?
W8WKY from KF8DDP. Not much other than I've just been real sick. I came home from work yesterday with really bad sinuses, and it has put me down. As you can tell, I really don't have much of a voice. I am going to go with C, the roasted almonds. I have a really weird theory about it. You can smell everything else with all of the others. If you really think about it, in our Earth's atmosphere, you can already smell those. You don't really smell roasted almonds. So that's my theory, and that's what I'm going to stick with and go with. So with that, I'll hand the net back over to you, and 7-3, and thanks for running the net, Nick.
KF8 DDP, WWKY. Got you down for Delta tonight, roasted almonds. Thank you very much, Lori, and I hope you're feeling better and sounding better. You just jump on and say hi to us. Good to hear you. We're going to clear with KF8 DDP. Let's go to Harry, see what he's up to tonight. K8ZZR, what's your answer and what you got for us?
W8WKY, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening, Nick. It's great to hear you back on the radio, and it sounds like you're coming along well there, so that's great news. Not too much happening here. Taking care of my brother. I'm not sure I'll be at the meeting Thursday. He's going to be discharged from rehab, and I got to take him to a doctor's appointment, take him grocery shopping, all that good stuff. So I don't know if I'll be at the meeting or not, but I'll try. We'll see what happens. Anyways, trivia questions. I'm going to go with the rotten egg smell. I didn't write down the letter, but it's rotten eggs. And with that, I'll turn it back to you, Nick. This is KE8ZZR Clear 73s.
KE8ZZR WWKY. We got you down for Bravo, and that's the rotten eggs tonight. First Bravo tonight. Thank you very much, Harry. Good luck, and all my best to your brother. And thank you very much for taking care of him. I understand how crucial that help can be now, let me tell you. And since you asked, because you kind of did, I'm going to tell everybody, I drove today for the first time, so I'm kind of excited about that, and that definitely increases the odds of me making the meeting Thursday night, put it that way. Harry, take care of yourself. If we see you Thursday night, great. If not, we'll see you next time. We're going to clear KE8ZZR. Let's talk to John, Cuyahoga Falls, W3X, W8WKY. What do you got for us tonight, John?
Good evening, Nick, and all on the net. This is W3X. Doing pretty good here, and there was it was a windy day here today, and so there's a couple of trees in the backyard of the neighbor behind us, and they are really pretty tall. That if they came this way, they would land on the house for sure. But it would be the tops of them. But I think the power wires would stop them. But the one toward the west has a dead branch in it that's been working its way down, and it's about 10 feet long, and it's hanging by the end. Now with all the wind, I could see how it's there. The bottom isn't setting on anything, so it's just like hooked with like a 45-degree angle on the top end. So one of these days, when there's a really good wind and it blows it so that the bottom goes toward the east, that thing will come down out of there. So I've been watching it, so we'll see what happens there with that. Hopefully it comes down soon. Let's see, on the trivia question, I'm going to go with Echo, the decaying fish smell there. So with that, back to the net, W8WKY, this is W3X.
W3X, W8WKY. Got you down for Echo tonight, John, and on a long enough timeline, entropy will take over and everything's going to fall apart. So let's keep an eye on that. We're going to clear with W3X. Let's talk to John, KE8UIB. This is W8WKY. What's your answer, and what do you got to share with us tonight, John? Go.
W8WKY from KE8UIB. Good evening, Nick, and everybody out there on the net. And you guys know it's Tuesday evening, so I'm messaging back and forth with my mom and dad, and they're going to go with urine. And I think my choice on the trivia is I'm going to go ahead and take Alpha, take the match since nobody's taken that yet, and just fill all the bases. And with a pretty comical evening here playing ham radio.
our darling dog here, he don't know how to take it. He is used to it just being me, and now me and Lori's flipping chairs back and forth, scooting back and forth, and he just don't know which way to turn. It's pretty comical. But with that, it's a pretty good evening. We're playing radio, and just want to say hello to everybody, and hope everybody's enjoying their evening. This is KE8UIB, living the $5 dream, a nickel at a time. I'm going to hand this back over to Net Control. 7-3s, y'all. Thanks for running the net, Nick, and it was great hearing you on the net tonight.
KEUIB WWKY. Thank you very much, John. I got you down for Alpha. I got your parents down for Delta. And I changed, Lori said almond, so I changed her to Charlie. I had them mixed up. But I got everything straightened out now. And it's good hearing you, man. And you give Lori a big hug. And you did a fine job getting her to get on the air, buddy. Or maybe she just did it on her own. I don't know. We'll talk to you later on. KEUIB WWKY. Let's talk to Brian, KF8G WWKY. What's your answer tonight, Brian? And what words of wisdom do you have to bestow upon us this evening?
Well, they're slowly limping guy. I'm going to say E. That seems to make the most sense. I don't care either way. How about F for none of the above? Whatever. E's my answer. Oh, not much. Just waiting on some decent weather. Oh, boy. Oh, 2 weeks I leave for Barber Motorsports Park, so that'll be fun. But, yeah, right now just cleaning out the basement. Got another dumpster, getting rid of some more stuff. Oh, I got to work up the ambition to do that. I got a little bit done today. If I get a little bit here and there, I'll be okay, but... dinner with my cousin tomorrow night and Corvette Club Thursday, so a lot going on. Back to net. Nick, what we do voice you? I swear. KF8G.
KF8G WWKY. I got you down for Echo, Brian, and sounds like you are busier now than when you were working. Funny game, isn't it? We'll talk to you later on. You can give me a ride in that chick Megan later this summer, all right? We're going to clear with KF8G. Let's talk to Jeff. KF8DTA sounds like a fairly new call sign, Jeff. How soon did you, how soon, yeah. When'd you get it? And welcome to the net tonight. What's your answer, and what do you got for us?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And hello to everybody on the net. Yes, it's a very new call sign. Got it at the Conch Falls AM radio show. I tested, passed. Great. It was awesome. I've been really excited. Went out and got my first HF rig. And today made first contact, answered CQDX from Brazil. So really excited, awesome, jumping in there and getting hooked up and connected. Would probably be urine for the question. Also, what logging software should I use for DX content? This is KF8DTA, sending it back to the net.
All right, Jeff. Well, fine business, and welcome to the Hamley and the show, if you will. Got two questions for you. When I think you gave your answer, but it dropped out, and I got static right when you gave your answer. So if you give your answer to the trivia again, that would be great. And I'm wondering what HF rig you picked up.
Well, I was going to go with urine for my answer, and I picked up Yaesu FT710. I was going to go with the 991A, whatever it was. but the dealer told me it's like 15-year-old technology, and I can hit most of the people with my HT, so didn't really feel that I needed it. Back to you.
All right, man. Fine business and fine radio. I got you down for urine. I'm a Yaesu fanboy. I don't have a 710 though, but I do have a 991A. It's a solid radio. Wish I was using it right now. As for logging software you ask about, ask some of the guys who do a lot of DXing stuff. Not. So I don't have an answer for you there, but there's some people out there that will have some suggestions for you. Just hang on out on the radio. You'll hear some ideas. Congratulations on getting your ticket and jumping right in. I'm going to clear with Jeff, KF8DTA. This is W8WKY on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown. Next up, we got Alan, K8UKZ. This is W8WKY. What's your answer tonight? What do you want to share? Uh-oh. We'll try again. K8UKZ, W8WKY. You out there, Alan? All right, nothing heard there. Let's move on to Jerry down in Shreve. KC8HDP is the W8WKY. How are you tonight, Jerry? What's going on, and what's your answer to tonight's trivia question?
Well, good evening, Nick. Good to hear you and everyone else on the net this evening. I'm going to go with Charlie for my trivia question answer. Get that out of the way so I don't forget. Had lunch today with the Wayne County Aries group as usual. That's always a good time. Always enjoy that. It was a cold day today. That wind was kind of nasty today. Made it feel colder than it was. Looking forward to the meeting Thursday evening. I'm looking forward to seeing Ohio Aries Emergency Coordinator Brett Stemmen and see what he has to say, and hope everybody comes out and also sees what he has to say. Don't really have anything else for the net this evening, so I'm going to turn things back to you, Nick. Great job on the net, and great to have you back on the net. I almost had to put a nickel in the jar there. W8WKY and the net from KC8HDP 73.
KC8HDP, W8WKY. Jerry, you do it a lot more than I do, switching call signs around. And, it gets a little bit hairy inside the brain sometimes. So you really get used to your call sign. Got you down for Charlie. That's roasted almonds tonight. Thanks for stopping by, Jerry. Talk to you soon. Again, I'm sure, if not Thursday. We're going to clear with KC8HDP. Pick up middle Mark in the middle, K4OG, the original gangsta. How are you, Mark? What's your answer, and what do you got for us?
W8WKY, KD8SLG, K4OG, original gangster here. Well, Nick, it's good to hear that you're driving down on the farm chasing them chickens. I tell you that. That's awesome news. Been mash-tasticking my, off. I ordered some little teeny tiny GPS modules and teeny tiny coax cables and teeny tiny antennas. Hoping that I could squeeze them in my little appliance bought LilyGo decks. Looks like I found a way. I think I'm there. Having to snip out a little bit of reinforcement plastic on the case, but I think it's doable. So there you go. Man, I'm on the fence about the roasted almonds and urine. I mean, the rest of them could smell like sulfur, so urine could be variable, especially if you eat asparagus before. So there's that. Roasted almonds, that would be a consistent smell. Man, I'm just going to go with urine. Yeah. All right, Nick. WAWKY and KD8SLG and the net. Back to you guys. K4OG.
K4OG, WAWKY, you and your teeny tiny parts. Got you down for Delta tonight. That's urine, not mine. All right there, Mark. We're going to clear with K4OG. Let's see. I've added some people from the blue screen here. KC8FQV Mark, KC0LRM Kelly, K5CFY Ray, and KE8QWE Mike. You guys are all on the list. See if anybody else is out there. We'll get the question reread, and we'll start over again. Anybody else want to get in on the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Club Net tonight? Now's your chance. This is WWQI. I'm listening.
Kilo Delta 8 Tango November Foxtrot.
WWKY Alpha 8 Charlie Tango Craig.
Kilo Delta 8 November Echo Oscar KE8.
This is Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor K6KJV Kevin in Valley Springs, California.
W8WK.
W2JLS, John and Fairlawn. Good evening on your ears.
Please copy November 7 Victor Alpha November and 7 VAN Brian Mobile. I'll be in and out though. Over.
All right, fine business. We picked up K8UIC, Howard. Mobile there. We'll get you in a second there, Howard. We got AA8CT Craig, K6KJV, Rev Kev from out in California, W2JLS, my brother from another mother, and N7VAN Van was in and out. Thanks, Brian. You have a great night. Let's jump up to our mobile. Howard, see what he's up to. Get an answer real quick and see what he's got for us. K8UIC, W8WKY. Go, Howard.
W8WKY, this is KE8UIC. I just wanted to check in for a few minutes. Right now I'm parked in a Home Depot parking lot. But mainly I wanted to check in and complete the...
all right, one more try. I'm not hearing anything. KE8UIC,
that way all three of us are on the
WWKY.
air tonight. Give you guys an enjoyable net. And as far as the answer for the trivia, I am going with C, Charlie. But I have a different reason as to why...
All right, nothing heard from Howard. We'll circle back and try after this run. Let's go to Mark Norton. KC8FQV. It's a net now, Mark. W8WKY. What do you got for us, Mark?
Is this the trader net? Is this the trader net? Is this the trader net? We're going to say fish, or E. E. Back to the trader net. KCFQV.
All right, Mark. I'm wondering, what do you mean with the trader net? I got you down for Echo, for fish. And what are you getting at tonight, buddy?
I'll leave that up to all the people. I'll leave it to all the people and see if they can figure it out. KCFQV. I will say one thing. I don't join any clubs, and I will never join any clubs out of state. Because they're backstabbers. KCFQV.
All right, KC8FQV, we're going to clear with you. We'll talk on the side sometime, figure out what's going on. You have a good night there, Mark. Going to clear KC8FQV. Let's go out to Tulsa, I think, Oklahoma somewhere. Kelly, KC0LRM. WWKY. What's going on, Kelly? I believe you're in Kansas, actually.
Hey, W8WKY, that's hard to say. All right. Hey, Nick, no, I'm actually, tonight I'm in Tulsa. And it's kind of confusing. I'm in Tulsa during the week and Wichita on the weekends. Not a lot going on. Just didn't hear much on the Roger County net here, so I figured I'd jump over here and get on this one. Let me give you my answer. I'm going to go with D, since I worked in the hospital for 20 years, so I'm pretty sure I'm qualified to say urine. And I was going to ask you, here in Orville, is that anything like Whoville? Just curious. All right, back to you, Dick. Everybody have a good one.
It's very much like Whoville, I think. I put you down for Delta tonight there, Kelly. And that's right, I knew you moved around. That's usually Wednesday nights you're in Kansas, and Sunday nights I think you're Wednesday night you're in Tulsa, and Sunday night you're in Kansas. It's been a while since I've been doing this, so I don't remember. Kelly, it's good talking to you. What I do remember is I said I was going to get the question reread before I talked to these people, and I forgot. So let's go back to W8ELM for a second, get the question reread in case any of these people didn't hear it. Save a minute. W8ELM, W8WKY. Give us a reread, please, Eric.
W8WKY from W8ELM. If it were possible for us to smell a comet streaking through space, the odor would probably resemble a mixture of all of the following scents except A, alpha, burning matches, B, Bravo, rotten eggs, C, Charlie, roasted almonds, D, Delta, urine, E, Echo, decaying fish. If it were possible for us to smell a comet streaking through space, the odor would probably resemble a mixture of all of the following scents except A, burning matches, B, rotten eggs, C, roasted almonds, D, urine, and E, decaying fish. Back to net.
W8ELM. Thank you once again, Eric. And I got a message that I was talking over top of KE8UIC. So I'm going to try Howard again real quick. And Ray, you're going to be on deck. Howard, KE8UIC. This is W8WKY. I'll give you an extra second here, man. Sorry if I talked over you. Go, Howard.
Okay, this is KE8UIC. Yeah, I just wanted to check in, complete the Sailor Trifecta, get on the trivia net, and just wanted to give an answer for C, Charlie. So hopefully this time I got through correct. This is KE8UIC. I'm going to hand this back over to net, 70.
Thanks, Howard. I got you that time. I got you down for Charlie. You have a great night, my friend. We're going to clear KE8UIC. Let's go back out to Oklahoma and talk to Ray, K5CFY. W8WKY. Good evening, Ray. How you doing, and what's your answer to tonight's trivia?
WKY in the net. This is K5CFY. Good evening, everyone. Good to hear everybody. Nick, thanks for running the net. I got somebody to run the RCWA Tuesday night net, so I got the night off, so I thought I'd run up here and say hi to you. And good to hear everybody out there. And I'm going to go with Echo. Echo. Boy, Eric's got a good trivia there. But anyway, great net. Good to hear everybody up there from my other club. And I'll give it back to you there, Nick. W8WKY, K5CFY. I'll be clear and listening.
K5CFY, W8WKY. Always great to talk to you, Ray. Got you down for Echo. Decaying fish tonight. And every Wednesday, folks, right here from 1 to 3, check into the N5XQJ Memorial Boredom Breaker net. That runs daily from 1 to 3 Central Time, and Ray does far too many of those NCO shifts, let me tell you. You can find him there. You can find him pretty much every morning on the Barometer net, too. My other club out there in Oklahoma. Good talking to you, Ray. Good to clear with K5CFY. Next up, we got Mikey, K8QWE. Good evening, Mike. How are you, and what's your answer tonight?
Kilo Echo Lake, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, hello, everybody. I haven't had a whole lot of time to get on the radio, but now I got everything done. I have a couple of extensions where, for whatever reason, I'm going to have to do them later on. I had a gal drop off a return tonight. I thought I'd have it for in a couple of days, but other than that, everything's sent in. Okay, the trivia, I'm going to go with Echo. I don't have a clue, but rotten fish sounds good. So I haven't really been up to a whole lot other than working in the office. I got things wrapped up today, and I've been working on Sarah's stuff. I have a lot of things I have neglected, which it needs fixed, and I shall fix it. So with that being said, everybody, have a great night. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 SLG.
W8WKY.
K8QWE, WKY. Thanks, Mike. I got you down for Echo tonight. And the crazy season's just about over for you. I guess it's very much wound up for you. So we'll hear you more on the radio now. You got a little free time. You tax preparer, nut job, you. We're going to clear with K8QWE. Let's go to Craig. AA8CT. This is WKY. What's your answer, and what do you got for us tonight, Craig? Go.
W8WKY. Good evening, Nick, and great to hear you back on the radio. AA8CT. I'm just going to go, I think, is it C was your, and I got in about 10 minutes late, so I've been listening and walking around, so I'm going to go with urine, whatever letter that is. And it's great to hear you back doing what you do best, and that's NCOing. So I'm tickled for you. Hope to see you Thursday at the meeting. With that, I'm going to turn it back to you. So W8WKY, this is AA8CT, returning back to net control. And that would be you, Nick, 73s.
AA8CT, WKY, I got you down for Delta tonight. That would be urine. And if this is what I do best, I am in trouble. Craig, have a great night. We're going to clear with AA8CT. Let's go way out to the West Coast and talk to my friend Rev Kev. K6 King James version. Kevin, how are you? What's your answer to tonight's trivia question? And what do you want to share with all of us tonight?
Well, Nick, this is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California, and glad to hear you on the radio, in control, and I'm doing pretty good, doing better than some people. Sounds like they took and mixed all this nasty stuff up, made it, because they got a bad taste in their mouths. But I'm praying for y'all, as always. Let's see, with that, I don't know nothing about this question, so, a big surprise. I'm going to go with D as in Delta. Here you go. And if you got another D, I'll take another D as in Delta. If you got any cornhole no beans, I'll take them too. Oh, there you go. And with that, I'll try to be nice and hope that y'all have a very blessed Holy Week. And with that, I'll shut up and turn the mic back over to you, Nick, from K6KJV. God bless 73, each and every one, all y'all, your families and friends. The mic is now yours, Nick. Take it away.
K6 K6KJV, WKY. Always a pleasure there, Kevin. Great talking to you, man. It's good talking to you on some night that isn't a Wednesday. Take care of yourself out there, man. We're clear with K6KJV. And next up, we got my brother from another mother there in Fairlawn, W2JLS. This is WKY. How are you, John? What do you got for an answer tonight?
This is W2JLS. Hey, buddy. Good evening to you on your ears. Everyone out there, too. Good evening to them on their ears. Eric, I don't know about this question, buddy. I was sitting here thinking about it, and I was wanting to lean towards A, thinking oxygen, and hearing a lot of E's. I have absolutely no idea. And honestly, I'm still not 100% convinced we're sure about the composition of comets. I know what we have thought traditionally, but I've heard stuff more recently. So I know you got an angle here. I don't know. I think the way you phrased it, if it were possible, and it's not. So I have absolutely no idea. I don't have a good answer for this question. So in my heart as a chemist, I'll say double D as well. So looking forward to hearing what you got going on there, Eric. And I'm one of those people waiting till the last minute doing his taxes, and I'm desperately hoping that some of these rumors I've heard about corrections coming from the current administration set this stuff straight, because it's frankly a giant pain in the ass. Pardon my French. W2JS, passing it back. Great to hear everybody tonight.
W2JLS, WKY. Got you down for Delta tonight, John. And I can't believe you waited until now to do your taxes at the very last minute. I did mine yesterday morning during the barometer net. Good to hear you, man. Get it done, and it can only get easier, right? Going to clear with W2JLS. Van was in and out, N7VAN, and that takes us down to President Gary, Alpha 8, Custom Select. This is WKY. What do you got tonight, Gary? Give it to us.
Good evening, Sarah and friends. Well, what I almost didn't have is my attendance tonight. I you're not going to believe what I was doing. I was sitting on my sofa downstairs, about 20 feet from the radio, and completely. Tuesday night, the fact that this was Tuesday night completely escaped me, and that was wow. Anyway, so yeah, I think I'm going to put in for one of those magic pens that signs all the legislation, because I think I'm going to need it. Anyway, Nick, thanks for being here, and thanks for doing the net. Eric, thanks for doing the trivia question. Do appreciate that. We do have a meeting coming up this Thursday, and that is what I was working on. I was sitting over there minding my own business, putting some touches on the PowerPoint, also working on the agenda for the club that I'll send out probably tomorrow morning. But anyway, yeah, that's what I've been doing. As far as trivia questions concerned, when I came over here to get another document, I looked down at the radio. The S meter's bouncing all over the place, and I'm thinking, wonder who's on the radio. I turned it on, and it was Nick, and it was the Club Tuesday Night Net. Yeah, I'm senile. Yes. All right. Anyway, I did hear Eric repeat the trivia question, which, man, there's two that don't fit at all, and I'm going to go with one of those. So I'm gonna go with the fish. I think that's Echo, if I'm not mistaken. But man alive, what a great question. And
One thing's for sure, whether you know it or not, hopefully if you don't know it, you learn something. That's the cool thing. But you're not supposed to know it. It's trivia. And who knows trivia? Who wants to know trivia? I don't know. That's all I have, Nick. Good to hear you this evening. And Eric, again, thanks for the trivia question. This is AAHCS back to W8WKY.
AAHCS, W8WKY, thanks for stopping by. Gary's good hearing from you. And it's very serendipitous. I led with the announcement about the club meeting, and you are pretty much closing with it. So how's that for groovy? We'll talk to you later on, Gary. Thanks. Going to clear with AAHCS, who's the bottom of the list. I'm going to make one last call before we go up and talk to Eric for tonight's answer to the trivia question. Last call for the Sarah Club Net tonight. This is WWKY. I'm listening.
KD8TNF.
W8W.
Please check in Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar Uniform X-Ray. That's KQ4OUX. Name is Vince Columbus out of Columbus, out North Carolina. Back to net control.
Kilo 8, Papa Juliet Whiskey.
All right, I got K8PJW there, and KQ4O, and I lost it, X. My finger slipped, and I hit something wrong, and then I completely lost it. If you get back with your call sign again, please. My bad.
That's no problem. We all make mistakes out there. That's what all radio is about. Yeah, it's Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar Uniform X-Ray.
As soon as I dropped the PTT, I figured it out. This is not your first visit. KQ4OUX. And, all right, we got PJW there, OUX, and last call. W8WKY, I'm listening.
Kilo Delta 8 Tango November Foxtrot.
All right, nothing heard. Let's hear from Phil. K8PJW, WWKY. What's your answer, and what do you got for us tonight?
W8WKY, K8PJW. Good evening, Nick, and good evening to all the Sarah and editors out there. Great. I just walked in the door from a scout meeting, so I haven't heard anything that was on the net, which is okay. I just wanted to listen out and put a line on the log. So go ahead and punch my ticket, and I'll just listen out. This is K8PJW, back to the net.
Thanks for tuning in, Phil. It's a good question. Stick around. We'll get to it in just a minute. Let's go to KQ4OUX, WWKY. You're going to close us out tonight, more or less. What do you got for us tonight? What's your answer?
Yeah, good evening, Nick, and everybody on the net. This is KQ4OUX. I'm going to go with probably D, Delta. So I'm not sure myself, but that one sounds the most reasonable one. Anyway, basically today I said I was just finishing up my training for today. I'm a Columbus firefighter down here, so the training was just about done, and I figured I'd just jump on the net and see what's going on. Other than that, that's about it. Like I said, just sitting back and kind of chilling. This is KQ4OUX, back to net control.
Recheck.
K4. KQ4OUX, WWKY. Got you down for Delta tonight. Thank you very much. And good luck with the training. And thank you. I'm going to clear with KQ4AUX. Let's go up to W8ELM. See what he's got to talk to us about tonight and what we got for a trivia answer. I'm going with Echo tonight, Eric. Echo for me. Take it away, Eric.
Nick, I think you have Kilo Delta 8 Tango November Foxtrot in there.
KDTNF, I didn't hear anything. I saw something keying up at the same time, though. Is that you, Chris?
Yeah, it's KD8TNF. Any copy? Over.
Yeah, I got you now. A little bit of a quick key going on there. How are you tonight, Chris? Did you hear the trivia question, or are you just stopping by to say hi?
I did hear it. Very interesting. He didn't say that the comet flew through the constellation Pisces, but nonetheless, I don't think it could smell like fish, so I'll take that one. And best of Easter to everyone. Plenty of great activity out there on the bands. Best to everyone. KD8TNF. Out.
All right, Chris. I'm glad we snuck in there. And Eric, thanks for letting me know he was out there. KD8TNF, W8WKY. All right, Eric. Go for it.
W8WKY from W8ELM. Well, very good. One thing I like about this trivia question, nobody's going to be able to prove me wrong. I don't think anybody's ever been able to do it. So you better not be out there without a good spaceship or at least a good space suit if you're doing a spacewalk. Well, anyway, and you definitely don't want to go streaking through space. That would be very uncomfortable in a very short period of time. All right, the correct answer is E, decaying fish. So we'll go back up and a little information on all of the choices. With burning matches, I was thinking mainly in terms of the head because they give off sulfur dioxide, which has a very pungent, acrid smell. Bravo, rotten eggs, the main chemical gas that gives it that smell is hydrogen sulfide, H2S. Roasted almonds, hydrogen cyanide, HCN, is present in almonds and would be emitted, especially when you would roast them. D-delta, the main source of the odor in urine, is ammonia, NH3. Decaying fish smell has a very unique smell, and I have a lot of experience with it. I'll tell you the story sometime. But anyway, that probably comes from a chemical called trimethylamine, C3H9N, which is the least likely to be found on the surface of a comet, but certainly possible. Somebody mentioned something about organic chemicals. There's lots of organic chemicals in comets: formaldehyde, formic acid, methanol, ethanol, just a whole batch of them. Anyway, let me get some time. Correct answers were Nick, KD8SLG, Bob, KA8LYJ, Ethan, KE8WVV, John, W8TD, Dave, NT8D, Fred, KE8QFT, John, W03X, Brian, I'm not going to say that he had the correct answer because he doesn't care. And if he doesn't care, I certainly don't either. So I will not tell everybody that he was correct with the letter E. K5CFY, Ray, had it. K8QWE, Mike. Our fearless leader, AA8CS, had the correct answer also, and KD8TNF, Chris. So thank you, everybody. For a while there, I thought it was going to be one of those times when everybody got the correct answer. Actually, that hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure it will someday. W8ELM, back to W8WKY 73.
W8WKY. Fine business, Eric. Thank you very much. And apparently tonight's net was sponsored by the letter E. So there you go. Thanks again, Eric, Master of Trivia. I'd like to thank everybody who participated in tonight's Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Tuesday Night Club Net. All are welcome. We'll be back again next week. Don't forget the club meeting Thursday night. I'm going to do my best to be there. At this time, I'm going to return the repeater and the call sign back to customary amateur use. This is W8WKY. I'm out. 7-3, all.
W8WKY.
And don't forget the WatchNet down on the Millersburg repeater. Started about 10 minutes ago. KV8PXM Charlie does a fine show. I don't have all the stuff in front of me to tell you about it. WatchNet, Millersburg repeater. Get there. It's KD8SLG, clear.
The rubber surround is torn off. But I can't turn it up that loud in here anyhow. You know. It's just nice to have some music if you want to play it. I'm really impressed with this 8, or is it 5? 5, 8, whatever, CD player, because it just works so sweet. I mean, you put that CD in and it loads up immediately. It's got 27 buttons on it. Can you believe that?
Repeater.
You know, random and AMS, forward, reverse, and on. So many buttons. But I really want to try this VCR out. It's not, I know VCRs don't look that great, but if you run them on SP and Forehead and HQ, I think it's HQD, high quality digital, I'm not sure. It makes a big difference. I've had a lot of VCRs and the normal ones, but the ones that have HQ, I think I timed out. The ones that have HQ, there's a huge difference. It really makes a difference. So, yeah, I get the stupid TV figured out.
Into the text line.
Let's check in with Carmelo now. How you doing this evening? It's good to hear from you. Appreciate you checking in. Just getting everything tuned in the shack right now. Obviously, I have to do a little bit more tuning, as for me, you're pretty close to the floor. But that's it. I don't really check into many nets, so I'm trying to change that. Just wanted to listen in and say hello to everybody. Back to you. This is Katie, Jay-Z. Appreciate you checking in this evening. What city you located in, and then we'll move on. I am down in Medina. Excellent. I'm sitting up here in Parma, very close to the Parmesan Mall, so I'm reading you loud and clear, so that's a good sign. All right, let's check in with Fred. How you doing this evening, and thanks for checking in.
Okay, good evening, Rob and all on the net. Just getting in the door here a few minutes ago from the monthly meeting at the Cuyahoga County Amateur Radio Emergency Service group. Had a pretty good turnout tonight. I want to say somewhere in the 12 to 15 person range. I didn't really count. Did have a quick question though. As the net has progressed this evening, has anyone announced, given that we've been, or I've been told anyway, that the bus going to the Hamvention next month is less than half full at this point? Has anybody announced the bus to the Hamvention next month this evening? Any HS next month?
Fred, no one has mentioned anything about the bus to the Hamfest. Unfortunately, check-ins is pretty much just hell. Myself, you, and Carmelo this evening, so we don't have a huge net this evening for some odd reason, but hopefully next week will be better. Maybe Hal has some information. He's checking in next, so we'll send it over to Hal. K8CMD, this is W8PRC. Go ahead, Hal.
Okay, Rob, and very good to you. Let's see, regarding the, Fred, good evening to you. Regarding the bus to Dayton or Xenia, I guess it's Xenia. Anyway, it was mentioned at the last meeting, but I don't have the particulars on it, and I know that it's a CARS operation, and so if you have information, feel free to share it among the three of us, the four of us, I guess, but we had 4 attendants at the last meeting, by the way, and so there was just 3 of us, and it was Tom and myself and a gentleman who was a new attendee. So I'm sure he wasn't real impressed by our low attendance. Anyway, Fred, if you've got some information to share, go ahead, and also if you have information to share and you want to send it to me by email, I'll see that the members who can read will get it. Back to you, KHCMD.
Okay, let's see if I have it here. All right. I presume that there's I presume that there's a link to an email address on the club's website. I'll have to check that out, but otherwise I think I can contact you otherwise. Or I can even get that from Tom. There's a couple ways to do that, but if I can't find it. But anyway, yeah, I'll send you an email on this topic. The bus will depart from the former Kmart Middleburg Heights at 5:30 a.m. on Saturday, May 17th. There are 2 additional stops. The second stop is at Route 303 and I-71